Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have another new Monster High music video, and this time it is a Frankie's music video. So this is going just as we had thought. We got Claudine's music video, then we got Draculaura's, now we have Frankie. So those are the main three ghouls, and then I think we might even get a music video for Laguna and Cleo. Maybe, I feel like I'm 50-50. It might happen, but I also see it not happening. I feel like they're making these music videos, especially because they are gaining a lot of views. Look at these. So the first music video for Claudine got like 2 million views, and then Draculaura's got like 2 million views. And Draculaura's came out like 2 weeks ago. It's been a while or something. Yeah, so, and now we have Frankie's. So these videos, and compare the views to like other videos from the official Monster High YouTube account, people are watching these music videos. So people love these new music videos, or they just like the new art style. I don't think so, because most people actually don't like the animation, but it does improve. Every music video we've gotten so far has improved, and this latest one is no exception. Now when we actually read the description here, it reads "Sparked to Life" featuring Frankie Stein. So that's actually the title of the music video, and then we can see it reads Frankie Stein is only 2 weeks old and brought to life by their scientific parents. Sing along with Frankie as they revel in the joy of discovering their new life and all that comes with being. Frankie's brain is filled with pieces from the best and brightest minds in monster history, making them one of the smartest kids in school. So that's the description. We do get to hear a little more details. We'll get into those later, but first we'll get into the actual music video now. Like the previous music videos, I'm not able to actually show any footage here, but I am able to use screenshots, so that's what we're gonna do. So right away when we start the music video, it opens with this black and white shot. Even the frame ratio, like it's a little more square. It's not like, it's like old movie noir, film noir, basically, very heavily influenced. I love it. And then as Frankie pulls the lever, it all comes back, flooding, all the color comes flooding back in, and then that's when the actual music video starts. And now for Frankie, the actual set pieces, it's obviously animated, but you know what I mean, like the actual background and surroundings are really cute. Like Frankie has this little laboratory here, and then with all these vials, and then there's this other location where it's like Frankie's name, like big lighting, and then there's also one location where it's like the Monster High School, and all the characters are there sitting like a pyramid. So locations on point. And then the expressions as well, I feel like have improved so much. I mean, I can definitely just feel like more joy from the characters. They don't feel as empty. And then going back to the description from the video, yeah, so I guess Frankie is no longer like Frankenstein's they're not related. Now they are created by scientific parents, so scientists basically. Yeah, so Frankie's no longer actually like a Frankenstein monster. It's more like just created like Frankenstein's monster, so it's like, instead of like being related to Frankenstein himself, Frankie's now more like related to the actual like science, oh my god, by the actual guy who created Frankenstein. You know what I mean? So the tables have turned. That's interesting. I mean, it really doesn't play a role that much, because Frankie still looks basically like themselves here. It's interesting, to say the least. Now they are 2 weeks old. Okay, good. The original Frankie, she was like a day old or something. So that was, yeah, so this Frankie's much older, I guess, technically speaking. And then it seems as though Frankie also has more lightning powers, perhaps. Almost looks like 4 here in some shots. The lightning just kind of surges from their limbs. So maybe that will come back into play for the actual show. Maybe it will not. Maybe it's just a visual here, which also would be fine. But I feel like it's almost like with Draculaura's spells and like the smoke. I feel like just as those look really, intriguing, Frankie's like little lightning bolts here also kind of mean something. I feel like, and then it's really cool. So when she her limbs, their limbs, obviously they come off. We've seen it in the movie, they come off and it's nothing abnormal, right? They're stitched together with style. But when the limbs fall off, they magnetize. So it's no longer like literally stitched together. I guess it's like Frankie is now able to like get their limbs back by magnetization. It's a thing, right? But like, how would that work? But that's interesting. That's something new. So that wasn't there before. And then we get to the pronouns. That's the juicy part. I feel like the lyrics and all the stuff in the music video there's nothing really juicy aside for, I guess, the pronouns. Like Frankie makes it clear that the lyric reads, "It's vague for me, not he or she. Labels aren't a thing for me." So okay, listen, let's get the obvious out of the way. The lyrics aren't gonna win any awards, and that's okay. It's very cheesy and it's very like, I'm not like other people, you know what I mean? It feels like a trope, but it gets to the point, I guess. The interesting here, the part here is that they don't specify that they go by non-binary, which maybe that leads us to believe that they don't even know if they're non-binary. Maybe they just don't know if what category do you fit in yet. And again, even just saying that, Frankie they said, right, that they don't like labels. Labels aren't a thing for them. So maybe they just will never Frankie will just never specify like what label they are most comfortable with. But I do think that obviously eventually in the show they will get to the conclusion that they just feel best as identifying non-binary, or like with the they them pronouns, because that is a thing that's heavily like like it's heavily like in the marketing and all the for the new dolls. Like it's like, oh yeah, it's inclusive. So Mattel is not gonna just make this change and not like live up to the hype. So like they gotta keep their word and make it an actual factor for this character of Frankie, and not just oh yeah, we just kind of like forgot about that. So I hope that they stick with it, but and then Frankie loves being kind, and then we got some Whatsy close-ups. He's cute. The Deuce interaction. That was saucy. It kind of reminded me of that meme. You know what I mean? You know what meme I'm talking about? That meme where the guy's looking back at the girl and the girlfriend's like looking disgusted at him. It reminded me of that meme, but with Deuce and Gulia, because when Frankie said hi, Deuce just could not stop looking away. Like he just kept looking, and he just like waved and like a statuesque, like it just no movement. Obviously that might just be due to lack of expression and stuff and movement, but like still, I feel like that's just such a cheesy, cute moment. And might hint to a romantic development. Probably not, but hey, never say never. I know a lot of us are more rooting for Cleo and Deuce to get back together, which yes, love that. But let's also remember that this is a new generation of Monster High, and not necessarily everything that happened in the original is going to happen here. So if Deuce and Cleo don't get back together right away, that's also okay. Let's see what happens, right? I mean, that's never say never. But I just thought it was really funny. The film noir vibe, I already mentioned that. The song is actually good. I like the song. It's really catchy, kinda. I think out of the 3 songs so far, I prefer this one. I like this one more. Yeah, I know. I don't know, the beat is just really catchy. I like it. And then I like Draculaura's, so I guess if I were ranking these songs, first Frankie's, second Draculaura's, and then third is Claudine's, unfortunately. There's so many memeable moments here with the burrito, for instance. Like, why did they put that in the music video? with the burrito, like, what's this? And then someone tells Frankie, it's a burrito. Okay. Thank you, exposition person. It just felt like so out of place, and like, I mean, it was funny, but like with the thumbs up and the burrito, Frankie holding the burrito, it was funny, but like again, it kind of like broke the pacing for me. But yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say. That's all I have in my bullet points here. So overall, I guess the synopsis here is the music video is very fun, catchy, visuals are very striking and diverse. The lyrics aren't, again, not world changing. They're basic, but they're fun and cute. And I definitely would like to see a Laguna music video and Cleo as well. And again, if this video gets like 1 million views, I'm pretty sure they will happen. So yeah. But yeah, that was the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give me a big thumbs up. Leave me any thoughts or questions you may have down below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't already so you don't miss out when I post more Monster High doll news, doll reviews, movie news, animated show news, a bunch more content coming your way daily and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time, stay peachy. Kisses.